everybody, I'm Alexis Meeks.
And I'm your host, Jim Cardinal. Happy Mortgage Monday.
So this week, Jim's going to talk to us about legal non-conforming properties. So what exactly is that, Jim?
Yeah, Alexis, I had a deal this last week, and it is one of these properties. It's a legal non-conforming property. And basically, this property is it's a three-family that's grandfathered in to be, and it's perfectly legal to be a three-family because it's grandfathered in. But it's actually in an area where they only allow for 1- and 2-family houses. So it presented some challenges. Trying to get it through underwriting and get it bought by an investor has been a challenge.
So that's what makes it non-conforming, is the fact that it's a 3-family versus a 1 or 2, yes?
Right, because it's a 3-family and they don't allow that in that area. So a lot of the investors, and frankly just about every one of them that we would sell loans to, require that the house be able to be rebuilt as a 3-family. If in fact it were to burn. Okay, so it's great that it's grandfathered in, so it meets that, it's compliant that way, and the lender's okay with it there. But they also want to know that if anything happens to this property, it got destroyed halfway or full, that they would be okay to rebuild that property as is, as a 3-family, and that is called a rebuilt letter. And I've run into this a couple times. Typically, we've been able to get around it, although on my friend's deal there that we're doing a refinance for, it's been a challenge because. We do need that rebuild letter, and the city of Albany actually is not granting us this one at this point. So.
And why exactly would that be such a sticking point for the lender or the investor? Like, why is that such a problem?
Yeah, I mean, I've had to educate myself to this exact point because I never want to just tell people, hey, that's the rule and that's the way it is. So I've actually done some investigating as to why do they need this and why is it so important. And basically, it is that if the property were destroyed, the insurance companies are going to pay to have it rebuilt, and when it's got to be rebuilt the same way because the value that we're deeming this property to have is based on the fact that it's a 3-family. Not only that, we're actually counting rental income. So if the person were only to rebuild it as a 2-family, then that would directly affect their ability to pay the loan because we no longer have the income from that third unit, and so that's a really important factor. And that's why I get that question a lot. Hey, and I actually called our friend Ryan today. I wanted to talk to him about this and say, hey, why is it that the lender would worry about this because they're going to be paid off? And in fact, he said that the way the insurance policies are written, they're set up so that the person really is incentivized to rebuild the property. It only makes sense for the person to rebuild it. And so if we're going to rebuild it for that purpose that we talked about, you really need to be able to do that. Now, I have gotten it by on another purchase. We had the same issue come up, and if the person wasn't counting the rental income on there to qualify, then there is sometimes a way to get around this issue. But if you are counting that rental income, you need that rebuild letter, or you're not going to have a transaction. Again, just something to be made aware of. I mean, these things are out there. These types of properties. If you are taking a listing. That's a 3-family, and you look around and all there is 1 and 2 families. You want to just check the zoning on that. Call me if you have any questions on it. We'll get to the bottom to make sure that this doesn't become a problem for you at the 11th hour. This week, if you're out there talking to first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, FHA 203K, VA, think of me, Jim Cardinal, 281-0077. Make it a great week, and we will talk to you soon.